Okay, let's begin with the next paper. I'm not quite sure which year this is. I think it is a 2011 paper. I'll confirm it later anyway. So this question is about North Atlantic fishing and basically mostly about fish stocks running out and the mackerel fish stocks under threat in Norway and Iceland. And it's got one 4 marker, one 6 marker, and one 10 marker, and two 40 markers. I'll start off with the 4 marker because that is the one that comes up first. So the first 4 marker is with reference to extract 1. Okay, with reference to extract 1, outline the meaning of the term sustainable resource. Line 5. Okay, sustainable resource. I believe you guys should have some of an idea what a sustainable resource is. I mean, the meaning is pretty obvious anyway. Reading the name, you should be able to understand. But anyway, let's look at line 5, the reference. North Atlantic fish stocks are collapsing through mismanagement by government. A breakdown in the agreement over the size of fish catches between the Europe and European Union, between the European Union, Norway, Iceland, and the Faroe Islands means the last great stock of mackerel is in a threat. The quantity of mackerel is the quantity of mackerel caught has risen by almost 5% this year and is now well beyond the level required to remain a sustainable resource. Right there, sustainable resource. This is where it's mentioned. Let's move on. If mackerel disappear, so do the many links in the food chain, which depend on the breeding, which depend on them. The fish catches need to be small enough to maintain breeding stocks for future generations. So, I mean, the meaning should be pretty obvious by now. So a sustainable resource is essentially a resource that can be sustained or can be preserved for future generations and will not run out in the near future, either by usage or either by depletion or anything. Let's rotate this first of all. So this is my answer for the 4 marker. I'll just rotate this. Okay. With reference to extract 1, outline the meaning of the term sustainable resource. This is a 4 marker, so you just basically have to define the term first of all, provide an example, and refer to the extract, and that is your 4 marks. The definition is 2 marks, the example is 1 mark, the reference is 1 mark. So knowledge, application, and that's about it. KAA, 4KA, that's all you get. This is, you're not supposed to go into too much depth here. Okay, let's begin with a sustainable resource. Let me just. Okay. A sustainable resource is one that can be used in future generations as the resource must still exist. Same idea, just paraphrasing, may be used in future generations as the resource may still exist. This is one more for a definition, but it's not enough. A sustainable resource can be stored in stocks for its use in future, and the resource may not ever go extinct from the world. Can be stored in stocks, may not ever go extinct. Same idea, may not ever go extinct, but can be stored in stocks. That's another point. For example, now this is an example. For example, mackerel used to be a sustainable resource, but an increase in the size of the fishes caught. The example of mackerel. But an increase in the size of the fishes caught makes it harder to store the fishes for future use, and overfishing may not lead mackerel to remain a sustainable resource. Okay, so the example of mackerel and an increase in number of fishes caught, stocks getting harder to store. All this is a reference from the paragraph, I've got the reference in, I've got the example in, I have got the knowledge in, and that's 4K marks.